All right, so we're down to our last couple days in Iceland, and we've kind of exhausted the top spots on our list. We've ended up at the geyser today, which interestingly, the geothermal pools supply 99% of Iceland's energy. Fun fact for you guys. But I know you can hear these guys over here. One thing I'm even more excited about is running into some familiar faces on the road. These are my boys. I know them from the States. We travel, we hang. These are some of the best guys I know, and we are excited to get out and shoot today with them.
You going now?
Yeah, you're rolling.
What's up, guys? I'm HB Mertz, and this is my buddy Cas. We're two photographers from Boulder, Colorado. Been out here in Iceland for the last 8 days, and we're leaving tomorrow. We've been out here shooting some stuff for Fjallraven, Danner Boots, Mizu Life, and yeah, we've just been out here having a good time.
So we just left HB and Cas up in the Golden Circle, and now we're heading back south to meet one of my favorite photographers who I met in the Faroe Islands 2 years ago, Benjamin Hardman. He's just like such an amazing Icelandic photographer. All the guys out here have, you know, they've got locations which have been shot thousands and thousands of times by photographers visiting the area, but those guys always find the most unique angles, and they're really pushing the limits of photography out in Iceland. The Golden Circle is kind of this area east of Reykjavik, and it's really a major tourist hotspot. For the last 3 trips I haven't gone here, and I can exactly see why. The waterfalls are absolutely immense, the one we just visited now, but everything's just so touristy, it's unreal. You know, there's thousands and thousands of cars, there's coaches, people everywhere, and it kind of just ruins the experience. Even these places are really unique, it kind of ruins the experience and feel of places. So it's definitely a place which I wouldn't recommend, maybe spending a bit more time in the peninsula like we did at last time, because there was hardly any people around.
What's up? I'm Benjamin. I am a photographer from Australia, and a few years ago I moved across the world to basically explore and chill and see where the wind would take me here in Iceland. And it's been a wild ride, but very awesome few years. So I think the biggest draw card for me to move here was how dynamic the seasons are. And I mean, some people argue that it's only 2 seasons, winter and summer, but I think even though they're short, the periods in between are really beautiful too. As right now is, I mean, it should be summer already almost, but instead it's snowing everywhere and completely white. So you can never know what you're going to expect out here, and I think that is why it's so exciting to live here. A few years ago, I took one helicopter flight that is always a memorable thing for me. We were flying over the Highlands, the Fjallabak region, and it had been snowing like crazy, just like it is today. And everything was white, and the beautiful contoured mountains of the area called Landmannalaugar were completely covered in white. And it created this beautiful texture over the peaks. And it was, rather than focus on the color, which is what everyone sees when they go there, it was completely, obviously, monochromatic, and there was the sun beaming down, and it just highlighted the shape of the mountains. And I think that has just stuck with me, this one photo I got. It was super random, like I was like spray and pray a little bit because obviously when you're shooting in a heli you can't stop and compose, but it worked out pretty cool. So I think the Highlands in general are where my soul is. It's just so vast out there. There's endless dynamic scenery to find, and things that really, you know, are yet to be explored. They might have been seen by, you know, the locals over time, but from a photographic standpoint, there's so much variety and so many things to find out there. I really love it.
So sadly it is our last day in Iceland, but like every other trip we've been on, we really want to maximize the time we have in town. So we have chosen to spend our morning adventuring with the man.
So we are just constantly. Might have to do this in the airport or in the car. As you can tell, absolutely outside, it's absolutely raging. It's been on and off hail, snow, rain, wind, sun, spring, winter within about an hour here, constantly for the last 4 days at least. So we're literally just about to head to the airport as we were trying to stay outside.
These were the top 3 countries I wanted to see, and to get to travel with my good friend and see them in succession like that, it's an experience that I don't think it'll ever be matched. You can only visit some place for the first time once, and to do all 3 in a row is truly special, and it was really great traveling with Alex. My highlights, Norway, Lofoten Islands. I don't think I've ever been anywhere as like consistently jaw-dropping as northern Norway. Faroe Islands were probably the most rugged and incredible landscape I've seen, by far the most dramatic seascapes I've ever put my eyes on. And then Iceland is like more of like classic beauty.
Visiting each country before, I've been super lucky being able to do that, and it was such an experience to come back and shoot these locations again and again, especially Iceland. It's my 4th trip here, and I keep on getting special moments, which it surprises me every time. Sometimes I'm not as excited to be in places as I should be, because it's probably like my 8th trip to some of those waterfalls, but each time I seem to capture something so special, which is really, really magical. Thank you so much to everyone who has been watching this for the last 9 episodes. We really hope you enjoyed all the different, you know, the diversity of this series from New Zealand, that we didn't just stay in one country. We moved us around as much as possible. Here in Iceland, we had 9 nights of accommodation over 10 days. And all the time we're absolutely running around trying to show you guys every single part we could.
Everybody, thank you for watching, for supporting, for just being part of the journey. As good as it gets, man.
Thank you so much.